Gemma, hey Jake, was my pop sleeping? Me, you can say that. We'll get into it right after this.
Hard, play hard, grind hard, stay hard, no we stay out, make your way out, but I just can't stop, won't stop hustling, but I just
The Shy Season 4, Episode 9, titled Southside with You. Uh let's get into it. Um I this episode was it was it was okay. I guess I don't know. Listen, you already know how I feel about the Shy this season. I think the show has completely went to crap. It has its moments. Like I said, last week was to me the by far the best episode, the best written and directed episode of the season. This season, we kind of picked up along where a lot of characters left off, but it's a lot of storylines and plot holes that are completely left wide open. But let's talk about what we got to work with. We start off with Kevin and Papa being simps again, carrying over from the last episode. They're singing their Jagged Edge, "Walked Out of Heaven" on their phones, which was hilarious. Keisha comes in, tell them, "Shut the hell up." They continue to simping. Listen, two young men that are facing heartbreak who don't really know how to move. It happens to all of us, the best of us. Um, it was hilarious. That was funny. It was a good way to start the show off. We don't touch on Dre and Nina at all again in this episode. We don't see Dom at all in this episode. We don't see the female that Duda was popping. What's I always forget her name. We haven't seen her in episodes at all. I don't know. They reduce Lala's character significantly in this season. Uh as well as Dre and Nina. Well, I guess I know how it is. A lot of these actors and actresses get paid per episode, so the ones who are the focal points of the season or this series are the ones that are going to get showcased in every episode. We see Duda and Trig having a meeting in his office, and Duda had a life experience, a life changing experience when he got shot. He's saying his life flashed before his eyes, and he's kind of pleading and begging Trig in his own way to kind of be accepted into his family because he's saying he doesn't have a family, man, and that was one of the things he realized when he was passing, and we know how he feels about Jake. He looks at Jake as like his own son. Trig's kind of like pushing back with him or pushing back a little bit, but I think Duda he just come to the realization, life is short, and he realized maybe it's too late for him to have his own family, so he wants to kind of be a part of Trig's family. He see the love that they both have common ground. They both care about Jake deeply, and he wants to be a part of that, man. And I was like, look at Duda showing a little humanity for once, because we see him um in these settings, and we see him in these settings, and he's just got to be ruthless all the time. And I think this is a little trying to show us off the shy to Duda, or just a new enlightened Duda that we see. We also see Gemma's dad comes in, and he is furious because they lost the Olympic bid. And early in the show, I guess there was kind of foreshadowing what was going to happen, which is ultimately at the end. We'll touch on that. And he storms out of there. He gets into it, and him and Trig have a interesting exchange. And he's telling Trig, like, listen, he ain't changing, man. Like, you think he can change? He just a nigga in a suit. He just a gangster in a suit, pretty much. And Trig just like, you can tell Trig like, well, he right, but I think Trig figures like, listen, he could probably get to the Duda if nobody else can, and he could probably change Duda a little bit. And it's weird because Trig comes from a background of being this gangster, you think, but this season he's been like a martyr type, helping the community. But like, don't you sell drugs for Duda? Like, I don't wonder what's going on. Yeah, you destroying the community, but then you trying to help it at the same time. I don't know, man. You know, I guess Luke James could play this role. Reg wouldn't be able to play this role because Reg was just one way. He was just street. He came off his street. So it would have been interesting to see Reg in this role, but I don't think they would have even took this turn with Reg. I think they would have had to show more of the ruthless side of it. You know what I mean? Um, it's I don't know, man. It's bad writing. That's what it is, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, you're negative. I'm just calling it what it is, man. I started watching this other show, Bosch, on Amazon Prime, which I'm gonna start doing reviews for, and you just watch the writing on that show, and then you watch this show, and I want this to win. But even Power, the Kanan, Raising Kanan, like the writing and whatnot is so much better on that show. Even though they don't have much to work with, it's mainly centered in the streets. You can't really branch off to these uh complex storylines. It's just I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess that's when you have different directors and different writers on the different episodes. You know what I'm saying? It's not a cohesive thing. But like I said, let's just dive into it. Emmett is talking to his baby mom, one of them, and he's having this heart to heart with her, and he's trying to figure out how to get Tiff back or what he should do, and she's keeping it real with her. Like, listen, you put her through all the shit, and she deserved to have some fun. And then this all comes back to what I said in my previous reviews. If you've been watching, Emmett should have shut the hell up. Just shut up. Just don't say nothing. Just shut up. Just shut up. That's all this could have been um resolved. It would have never happened. You would never be going through this shit. You caused this on yourself, Emmett. So you get what you get. Listen, players fuck up. It happens. But listen, I think if I'm not mistaken, it happened before you guys were married. That shit don't matter. You didn't take the oath on their guy. It ain't like you cheated after you took the oath on the guy. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. But I like the fact they had a little heart to heart. I like the fact that they brought one of his baby moms back. Um, I like when they bring older characters back, give them a little play. And she gives from Jada. Darnell, Emmett's dad, and Jada have interesting exchange. Emmett goes to visit her and he gives her the scarf that his baby mom gave, and just showing his, just checking in on her. I thought it was pretty nice. And we see Jada, and I don't think Jada gonna make it out this season, y'all. Man, it sucks. She's deep. She's a good character. She's a great actress, I believe, and I believe she delivers every time with what she's given. But I just don't think they really have any more storyline for her. You know what I'm saying? So she's probably going to be on a chopping block, unless listen, she might do a whole 360, come out of remission, and who knows what'll happen. But I just don't think the writers have anything else for her character to do on the show. You know what I'm saying? And fortunately, that's what happens. We see Darnell, but the Darnell and Jada have that had to be aside from what happened at the end. I think those moments were my favorite of this episode thus far. Their interaction. You got two seasoned actors who are they giving it to each other with the lines verbatim, and they just bouncing off each other, man. It's just interesting to see, and the humor. You really would think that these two were in a relationship in real life. You know how they're both talking about their shortcomings, how where they messed up at, and how they got to the place they're at now, and just seeing that everybody's in a good place and just being mature and grown about everything. It was a good um it was a good scenes, man. Their scenes were great, man. It was very heartwarming. It was some tear jerkers, man. That's what it was. It was a tear jerker moment. Um, yeah, that was good stuff. I liked it. That and if Darnell ain't that old player that think he still got it, I don't know what is, man. He got the Sean John sweatsuit with the that damn earpiece in his head. If somebody don't buy this man some Apple some AirPods or something, some Beats, because he got the old ass Bluetooth with the young player though, but he still be bagging him though. Hey man, I can't be mad at him. He's still bagging and tagging. Um, So yeah, I liked those scenes a lot. Jake is getting ready for this dance and this gala. Trig winds up letting him use the G wagon, which you're a better brother than me, cause ain't no way. But Jake's a little more mature than than I guess a lot of kids his age. But he let him use the G wagon, and I was just like, yeah, something about to happen. Ain't no. I thought for sure something was gonna happen to Jake. But he wound up making it out. He making it out unscathed. But yeah, he a good brother. He definitely a good brother. Cause ain't no way I would have let my brother use a G wagon, especially in Chicago. Nah, not happening. Sorry. It's just not happening. It's good to see Kevin, Jake, and Papa back together. Uh, the little Three Stooges. Even though it seems a little strained, Kevin's acting like he's cool with everything. You can tell he's still hurting. Um, and naturally so, what I mean? Jada was like, Gemma was like his first love, and she did him dirty. Let's just be honest. She did the man dirty. She did him dirty. But he's handling it very maturely. Initially he acted out of anger. Then he went straight simp, and he's still simping a little bit. But I think that he's just I think as now he's just coming to accept what it is, and he's just like it is what it is. So you got to be supportive each way. Um, we see that Emmett and Keisha go to see a house for with Emmett, and I'm thinking like, oh, he about to buy a house finally. Oh, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna find out he's trying to buy one from Jada, which I really don't see why that would make sense. But I think he's just trying to do it to say he bought a house for his mom before she passed. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just the whole premise of it. When they're at the house seeing the real estate agent, and my RGB light just went out. I knew it would, but we still gonna rock out. Anyway, at the house viewing, the real estate agent says that she notices Keisha, and it took Keisha aback a little bit, and Emmett kind of was like, "Yo, she don't like to talk about that," but she was letting Keisha know, like, "Yo, you inspire people, like," and I think this might be a calling for Keisha in the future to maybe she might start like a group for women that been victimized or whatnot. I think she could do that eventually if she becomes comfortable with talking about her situation. But it was awkward moment, but it became like an inspiring moment, and I think it gave Keisha kind of like some. I'm not gonna say I don't know the word to use, but I think it uh just gave her like some, I guess, a positive out of a negative. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't say that. You know what I'm saying? So I think she just was just like, wow, like really? You know what I'm saying? Um, Emmett and Papa. Yeah, why is he putting so much responsibility on Papa? He got Papa pretty much running this damn restaurant. Like this dude got a line around the corner. He's sitting there talking to Keisha. I'm like, yeah, Papa, like, yo, can I get a little help? And Papa's hilarious, man. I think the actor that plays his character he does an amazing job. He has great comedic timing. Um, I like Papa a lot. It's hard not to like Papa, man. Papa be talking that shit. You see Emmett be coming to him for advice and shit. That's why his name Papa. He's OG. Uh that was hilarious. He got him locking up, and it's like, yo, where's Dom at? Like, what is it? Why she not working? He like, yo, how you gonna be my assistant manager? Papa like, yo, what the fuck? I'm just trying to get through school. Like, what are you doing? That was hilarious. We didn't see Jada's boyfriend either on here, and that was hilarious too when they were talking about that. When they were like, well, he's like, well, who would have thought we had some young tenderonis? He was like, your boyfriend used to play football with Emmett, and she was like, well, your girlfriend fucked Emmett. Like, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And like, apparently Dom is younger than Jada's boyfriend, which I thought that was reversed. I don't know how old Lala is supposed to be playing on this show, but I didn't think she was that young. I thought she was older. But then again, how old is Emmett? Is Emmett in his 30s on this show? I thought he was in his 20s. I don't fucking know. They don't tell us nothing. Honestly, don't know. Kevin goes to see the video game girl that he bagged a couple of episodes ago. She going through. I don't. Yo, who was that? Her mom? I thought she said she lived with her dad or something. If I'm not mistaken, but she's left the home alone. She's playing video games. Yada yada. Kevin called. They're playing on the line, and then somehow Kevin winds up popping up at her house. I'm like, yeah, Kev, that's what I'm talking about, bruh. And then all of a sudden, they decide to go to the dance that Jake and Gemma were going to. So we're gonna go over to Jake and Gemma's Pappy's house, and they're taking pictures and getting all cozy and they looked good, man. Trig looked like a proud father. Gemma's dad looked like a proud father, but he's disapproving of Jake, obviously. And everybody take a picture, and Duda pops up. He's trying to get a picture, and like, yo, we got it. Like they be trying to lead Duda out of shit so bad. Like, yeah, we'll like Duda, because Duda done did some fucked up shit to people, man, and people forget about that. They was bringing up all the past shit he did. He killed Brandon. He killed this person. He did that. Like he done did mad shit to people, man, and people like sweep that under the rug or forget about it. But then they brought it up in this episode. I'm like, yo, he really like he a shitty person. Like he really is a shitty person. So anyway, they wind up leaving, and it was this cheesy ass moment. Like they're all looking like proud fathers. Like, yeah, this cheesy ass music is playing. Dude is like, hey son. Trey's like, yo, relax, he has it. And Jake opens the door. And I'm like, yo, this is so fucking ridiculous. I'm like, this is ridiculously cheesy right now. Like, I almost got lactose intolerant for fucking watching how cheesy it was. Like I almost started to fucking my stomach started bubbling. It was so fucking cheesy. Oh god. This show sucks. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going because listen, we not about to do that. We're gonna support black businesses and black shows. So we're gonna keep going with the review. Gemma and Jake go to the fucking dance, and the Kevin and fucking his new girl pop up, and then as Jada and Gemma or Jake and Gemma are having the time of their life, they getting on Jake's like this doing whatever the fuck I don't know. He's like, yo, I left my bag at your house. And I'm like, yo, if that's not the lamest excuse to leave, fuck that damn bag. Like, oh, your pop gonna find my weed. So what? You're having sex with his daughter. You think he care about some damn weed? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? That's poor writing. That's what I've been talking about right there. That's poor writing. They couldn't find another excuse for him to go back to the house because all they wanted to do was him to go back to the house so he can see Gemma's dad laying on the floor dead. And then they make up their mind right then and there. He had a decision to make up his mind who he was going to be. Like his devil angel moment right there. Now, if he would have chose the angel, he would have did the necessary thing or the right thing, which is was to call an ambulance or the police. But he chose the devil, and he decided right then and there he was going to join the family business and be a thug. And now he has to live with that on his head. So that's gonna be obviously straining his relationship with Gemma, which I really don't give a fuck because she's a homie hopper. And then, but that's just gonna weigh heavy on him as a young man because he's not really built like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he plays tough, but he not built like that. When he seen Duda beat up the guy in the last, that's when he got mad. He got mad and scared and ran the Trig house. So anyway, Duda and Gemma's dad, I don't fucking know his name, light skin. They having a discussion and they're drinking, and I'm like, this ain't gonna go good. Trig's on the porch on the phone doing whatever the fuck he wants to go. Amani wasn't in this episode as well either. And neither was Trig's man, so we don't know what happened with that. Seeing the preview, I guess he's gonna be in the next episode. Anyway, they're having a discussion, and then they get into a heated debate, and he's like, yo, I don't want Jake around my daughter. And Duda's like, well, she's the one. I don't think you should Jake. You should be worried about. She the one fucking everybody. I'm like, yo. I'm like, oh my god, did he just say that? Like, yo. I'm a dad, so imagine I'm a dad. I got a daughter, so she young, but imagine like somebody saying that to you. Oh my, I'll be ready to kill that nigga. And he did the same shit I would have do. I would have jawed him, but I would have kept going. See, he hit him, not expecting nothing in return, and he don't know Duda is a savage out here, man. Duda is Diesel, and he a murderer. So he hit him. Duda ate that shit and came back with that cane with the uppercut. Bow, bow, hit him again. His light skin ass fell out and he just started pounding it. And I'm like, thinking he gonna hit him a couple of times. Then I seen he was going savage mode. I said, oh, he about to kill him. I'm like, oh, he out of here. He about to. Okay, I see what they doing. They advanced. Okay, they about to make this happen. And then I knew that Jake was on his way back there, so I'm like, oh, this about to be crazy. I thought Jimma was gonna walk in and see it, and then they was gonna kill Jimma or something. I ain't know what was gonna happen. I thought Jimma would have saw it though, but I see how they played it with Jake, and I'm like, ugh, it's crazy. But his bitch ass ran out, got into the car all emotional, got his bag, and then she's like, yeah, was my dad asleep? And he like, oh yeah, I think so. Like, motherfucker, he's internally resting. He's never getting up. Yes, he's asleep. He's sleeping forever. Um, Trig runs in, try to help, and Duda's just sitting there wiping his cane off, like, man, let that nigga die, man. He don't deserve. He thought he was better than. I'm like, Trig holding him, not calling nobody. He about to call him, and Duda like, yo, you really gonna call? And I'm like, man, now Trig, you're an accessory to murder. They about to wrap this nigga body up, or they probably just gonna leave the body there. I don't know how they gonna play this next episode, but it's about to be nuts. Cause that dude was somebody. He wasn't a nobody. He was definitely somebody. And episode leaves off like that. You know what I'm saying? Jake or Kevin is spending that at old girl's house. He lays the sleeping bag out. And she decides she don't want the sleeping bag. She about to hop next to her booski. She give him a kiss. And I'm like, yeah, Kevin finally got a W. That's what I'm talking about, Kev. I guess nice guys don't finish last. Even though you ain't get no buns. It's all good. You at least got you got your little something something. Your night going way better than Jake's is, that's for sure. You see Jake and Jimma laying up, and Jake like, yo, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Jimma trying to get it on. He like, yo, I'm good. Let's just chill. And I don't know how you play that. Like, yeah, I just seen your dad laying on the floor dying. I don't know. I probably do the same thing too. But overall, it was an okay episode. You know what I'm saying? At this point, we already know what it is. If you've been following my reviews, you already know how I feel about the show. I think it's trash, but it has its high points, it has low points. This was like a midpoint. It was okay. It wasn't nothing phenomenal or great, but it is what it is. Let me know what you guys thought about it. If there's anything I missed, I'm pretty sure I probably did. Leave it in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't insignificant. I pretty touched on the main storylines and plots. But post your comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's do this again. Peace, love, prosperity. I am the Black Abstract One.